Well, President Trump has made immigration and deportations one of the focal points of his time in office. Across the country, including in our communities, we're seeing the fallout. Tonight, we head out to rural Washington, Iowa, where this summer's annual Latino Festival has been canceled. But organizers say they're not giving up. On a sunny afternoon in the heart of Washington, Iowa, Central Park is peaceful. But once a year, this bandshell, park, and community are filled with dancing.
At the end, we always end with banda. People love to dance.
Every August, hundreds of people come to town for Washington's Latino Festival. But this year, the park will remain quiet.
It was one of our toughest board meetings that we've ever had. Our top priority is just keeping all of our community members safe. And so we made the very difficult decision to cancel this year.
Sonia Leyva is one of the festival's coordinators and president of the nonprofit Latinos for Washington. She says worries over ICE officials and deportations left the festival's board no choice.
You know, we need to make sure that we listen to our community members, and there was a lot of just scare about, you know, going and doing everyday activities.
From Chicago's Cinco de Mayo parade to events in Washington, Indiana, Philly, and beyond, deportation fears are canceling Latino festivals across the country.
3+1. 3+1.
45 miles east of Washington, supporters gathered at the Muscatine County Jail in early July, rallying behind 20-year-old Pascual Pedro, who was detained during his routine immigration office check-in. A few days later, Pedro was deported to Guatemala.
When you start hearing all of these things, then you start thinking, okay, how do we let people know, hey, you are safe?
It is instilling a lot of fear.
Back in Rock Island, the Quad Cities Alliance for Immigrants and Refugees is hosting a multicultural harmony festival on August 17th.
And it breaks my heart.
But executive director Amy DeHaven says it wasn't an easy decision.
We actually even discussed if we should have it. And the question is, we don't want to give up.
DeHaven says members of our local immigrant community, including those here legally, are afraid to go about their daily lives.
This is supposed to be a sanctuary for them, and they're finding the opposite.
But this year's Harmony Festival in East Moline will go on as planned. There will be vendors, games for kids, and food from around the world.
And you should know your right.
Isaac Carr, citizenship director for QC Air and an immigrant himself, says the emphasis now is making sure attendees know their rights.
It's about protecting and united, and also looking at the value and dignity of these people for whom we are doing all of this.
We don't want to give in to fear. We want to continue to celebrate harmony.
We can only, you know, take it one step at a time.
Back in Iowa, Leyva hopes to bring Washington's Latino Festival back next year. She says it's especially important to the community's kids.
The Latinos that are born here in the United States that don't get to visit Mexico, that don't get to visit their Latin American countries, that they can experience a little bit of home and our culture, our roots, raíces, here in the States.
Since canceling Washington's Latino Festival, she's felt an outpouring of support from her community.
I love living here. I love sharing, you know, our culture with the community, and I hope we can continue to do that in the future.
So while Washington's Central Park will remain quiet this August, Leyva has hope that it can once again be filled with dancing.
If you stay positive and stay strong and, you know, lean on your community members, it's all going to work out in the end. And I always say, sí se puede.
Meaning, yes, we can.
Sí se puede, that's always my go-to.
In Washington,
we've gone through a lot. We can get through this.
Shelby Kluver and photojournalist Cesar Sanchez, WQAD News 8. Now, the nonprofit Latinos for Washington is currently helping around 36 community members achieve their citizenship. If you want to help, you can check out their GoFundMe, which we've posted to WQAD.com, along with information about the upcoming Harmony Festival in East Moline. And when it comes to your rights, organizers we spoke to say it's important to remain calm if law enforcement questions you about your immigration status. You have the right to remain silent, regardless of your citizenship status. Immigration agents do not have the right to search you or your belongings without your consent or probable cause. And if you're over 18, you're advised to carry your immigration papers with you at all times.